Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marina, I'm 27 years old, I'm from Russia, but my husband, he is Turkish and he's an engineer and he goes to business trips really often, and this is the reason why we spent 3 months in Chile. And I would like to share with you in this video my cultural shocks, the things I totally don't understand about the culture and people, and the things I love. Let's get started. Make yourself a cup of tea. We will start with food. In Chile, portions shocked me. Every time I go to the restaurant or cafe, I can't finish my food and I always ask to take away. And I was thinking maybe it's just 1 time, 2 times thing, but then it happens again and again. Empanadas, cinnamon rolls, meat with rice, everything was huge. People love to eat in Chile and it's really nice because, I don't know, you cannot see it in Russia or Turkey. And in Chile, when you pay money for the food, you will get enough food to last 2 days. Also, I've noticed that people in Chile really love bread. Bakeries are everywhere. You go outside and the smell of freshly baked bread, and the bread was amazing. However, I haven't seen any soups. For example, here in Turkey you can order online, you can have a delivery of really nice meat or vegetarian soups. In Chile you cannot do that. I was using Uber Eats and I can never find soup option, and we were living in the hotel and it was difficult. It was impossible to cook. So it was kind of problem even when I went to Chilean restaurant and I would like to try some soup. It's not always easy. You cannot always find cazuela or some special soup because they love also meat, and meat with potato, meat with rice. There is always... You can find plenty of food, especially fast food was so good. Burgers, pizza, everything, but you cannot find soups. I'm not sure if you understand my problem, but if you stay for 3 months in the country where you cannot cook, you don't have kitchen and you really love soups, this is kind of problem. And I got used to fresh orange juice here in Turkey. Everywhere you can buy in supermarkets, outside, if you go in the cafes, everywhere there is fresh orange juice. In Chile, no, they have something like frutilla, something with mango, or some canned juices, which are definitely worse than normal fresh juice. Cultural shock number 2 is about language, because it's very fast, with a lot of nicknames, slang and diminutives. For example, I'm going to breakfast in the hotel and I'm asking, ¿Puede tener palta? And people, they're looking at me like, palta? Paltita! It's a diminutive from avocado. And I'm thinking, yes, exactly this I want. Also for me it's very strange when people in Chile, they ask you, how are you, ¿Cómo estás? And they don't wait for your answer. I suppose it's the same in USA and many other countries, but here in Turkey and in Russia we always listen to other person. We are waiting for the answer, like, how are you? How's life? It's something you should do, you're supposed to do. It's like a polite version of speaking, of listening. But in Chile, it's just the way how you say hello, ¿Cómo estás? And then you're gone. You don't listen to the person you asked this question. For me, it's really strange and I couldn't get used to this. Number 3, it's about people. Chilean people is way more direct than I expected. And they're really nice and honest, and if they don't like something, they will tell you. 1 minute gossip club. I've heard from my friends, from my Russian friends who live in Chile for about 20 years, that Chilean men, they are kind of mama's boys. They are really family oriented and they have strong bonds with their family, their mothers, and from one side it's really great, but from the other they cannot do anything without their mother's permission, and they are not very romantic, as I've heard, like no flowers. Number 4, it's about drivers. Drivers respect pedestrians. I live in Turkey, we don't know what is it. In Turkey we are afraid to cross the road even if it's the green light. In Chile, drivers stop and wait for pedestrians. They are really, really respectful, and I loved that a lot. Number 5, it's about cleaning. We stayed in a good hotel in Chile for all this time, and the floors were always not clean. I think the people not supposed to walk around barefoot, but I love to walk around barefoot. I don't like slippers, socks, whatever. I just love clean floors. And I complained about this at the reception, and they said, okay, we will fix it, we will clean. No. And then I realized just it's how it is. The people can walk around the house in the shoes and they don't care too much about this. Maybe they live happier life without cleaning floors. My next cultural shock was about tips. Tips are expected everywhere. In the cafes, coffee shops, even if you take away your coffee, they expect tips. I'm not used to this tips culture in Turkey, in Russia. If you would like to leave some tips, yes, it's absolutely up to you, but in Chile it's mandatory, I believe. The waiters in Chile, they ask you directly, would you like to leave some tips? And I cannot say no. I always leave tips, and I think it's normal there. Number 7, the last but not the least. Locals are not afraid of cold. They don't care. When I go outside, I always have some jacket with me because I know the weather in Chile is so strange. It can change like this. 1 minute it's hot, the sun is shining, and the next minute you are freezing. So I was careful, but then I saw local people there wearing shorts, t-shirts, when I'm wearing jacket. Also they are swimming in this cold ocean. We stayed by the ocean, and every day I was looking out of the window and I saw people swimming. I tried one time and I almost freeze to death. This is the picture. When you go inside the ocean, you cannot catch your breath. You are out of breath. It's insane. Honestly, I don't understand how they do that. I'm so grateful I've got to experience this life on the other side of the world, and I'm so happy you watched this video until the end. Please like and subscribe.